Just wears his long walk. Sharon Dyer.
I'm going to sit down because I'm fucking exhausted. I'm old, I'm tired, and I'm tired of it. And thank you, Chris, for alienating the crowd. I'm sure none of you people are moronic, but I have known a few. I really don't do jokes. I just kind of relay little horror stories from my life. Before I get into that, and I'm not a very political person. I'm ashamed to admit I hardly lasts me for a lifetime. I'll tell you one thing. If he hasn't slapped her around, I think he ought to. And when I go to vote Tuesday, I really would like my vote to count, but this is what I'd like to see. I'd like to see, you know, the Democratic, the Green, whatever the fuck that is. Is that the tree huggers? Is that, you know, the Democratic, the Republican, the Greenpeace, whatever. And I'd like to see none of the above. Now, there are some people I would vote for, but definitely in that race, I would have to go for none of the above, and I think it ought to be an option. Yeah. I think we need to send a message. They want everybody to vote. They want your vote to count. Make it count for something. And I can't think of the name because I told you I'm really not too up on current events, and the reason for that is my own life is so fucked up. If I could ever get that straightened out, I might take on the world, but it's not looking good. I'm 55 now, and I don't have a fucking clue about my own life. But you know what I think is the funniest thing I've seen in a long time, and maybe somebody can help me out here. The evangelical guy who was spiritual advisor. What's his name? Haggard. I knew it was an H. I think that's the funniest fucking thing. Why people aren't just hysterical laughing? He was advising Bush, who was so anti-gay. And all I can think of is, you know, on some level, Bush must be wanting to take it up the ass. God knows he can dish it out. He's been handing it to us. I shouldn't be political because there might be people here that like Bush. And of course you do fall into the category, the uphill battle that Chris I don't know where to begin. I don't prepare anything. You might find this hard to believe, but my mind is chaos. It's fucking chaos. I cannot focus. I've never written a thing down. And somehow it kind of works for me. But, well, not in life it doesn't. Only these few moments on the stage in life, it's not working well at all, I gotta tell you. I've been fired from more fucking jobs. And this last one was really funny. I wasn't fired, but obviously, I mean, you can see the handwriting on the wall when it's in fucking magic marker. I look in the paper one day, because I wasn't too happy there either. Not as bad as I'm happy with those motherfuckers, as they were with me. So I look in the paper one day, and there's my fucking job. So I go into my boss. Oh, you couldn't make this shit up. I go into my boss and I said, "Is that my job?" And do you know the little fuck said to me, "Well, yes it is." He said, "You know, we're trying to work with you. And we're hoping that you're going to get caught up, but we need to have a backup plan." I couldn't fucking believe it. So I go on vacation the next weekend. Well, it's not, I know what you're all thinking. Here's the really strange part, because this shit never happened. I was afraid that I was afraid that this was the final sign of the apocalypse. I go on vacation, I hear about a job from a friend, I go on the interview. They hire me on the fucking spot. And none of those stupid questions, I don't know how many of you have gone on an interview lately, but they all give you these personality tests. Usually I never hear back. Never hear back. Or they'll ask you stupid things like, I see you were here. I see you worked at this place like 5 years. May I ask you why you left? I'm brutally honest. Yeah, because they asked me to. But anyway, this guy hires me on the spot. I have a real good feeling about it. So I get to go back to work. So this is like Tuesday. So I got Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday to relax and enjoy the week. I get to go in Monday, and I'd already decided, I'm fucking sick of taking the high road. I'm not giving this dirtbag any notice. Fuck the high road. I go in, and he's got and I had heard from my friends, a couple of my friends from that job are here. He had the work off my desk. He had it on my desk. He put it back in his room. It's like, will somebody fucking do the work? I'm giving you a week here, fucking do it. Stop moving it around. So I go in, and I go into him, and I, decide I can't work another minute here. So I go in to tell him, I got something to tell you. It's going to make you happy. I'm leaving. That's not what I wanted. What, you want a chance to fucking torture me some more? So, the thing is, I never get the last word. I never get this justice, so it just didn't feel right. And everything, he looked a little taken aback. Probably the last thing he expected was for me to find another job that quickly. And I'm walking out, and I said, well, I had to have a backup plan, too.